Hi everyone, this is Selena Kraus and welcome to another card video. In this video, I will show you how to create Faux Dimension using masking along with my MISTI and the Hero Art September, my monthly hero. So here's a little quick look at the cards we'll make today. They have ink blended background as well over the masked area, and then the images are stamped on the ink blended area. So let's get started and I will show you how to do this. So first let's take a quick view of this month's my monthly hero kit. It's fall inspired one along with some Chinese lantern plants, and it comes with 6x8 stamp set along with coordinating dies and one oval frame die, and there are a bunch of other little add-ons that come in the kit. So first I cut out a mask from masking paper that I made using the rounded rectangles infinity dies. So I'm just adhering that center piece to make sure it's centered on my white paper panel. Then I'm putting in the negative, and here are the dies. I'm just cutting, kind of separating a couple of the dies that I wanted to use. So we'll use that one that comes with a larger lantern plant or flower and a little tall vase. So I won't stamp those, I will just cut those and then I will mask my area. So I'm using post-it notes that are the super sticky ones that are like sticky all over. Like they're, I think, 3 by 3 inches. So they're perfect, or 2.5 by 2.5, I'm not quite sure. But they work perfectly for masking. And then I did a couple additional vases that I'll use for the second card. And then I'm cutting the branch. So here now I will mask that area. I will add first the vase because that will, when I remove I'll be stamping first the branch then the vase. So we're going in kind of backwards order. So I picked out 3 ink pads. I want kind of pool blue blended backgrounds. I'm using Antiqua, tight pool and soft pool inks, and I'm using Picket Fence life-changing blending brushes to do my blending. I'm just using one brush because my colors are pretty similar. They're the same color family, just one is darker than the other. So I kind of removed the ink on a piece of paper and then I applied the next shade of ink. And I started from the darkest going to the lightest one. So I started from the Antiqua and I went to soft pool. So after I've went once with the ink over my masked area, I'll repeat again and I'll start to apply some more ink. I'm starting again from the bottom and then going to the top. So I think I am satisfied with the ink blending. Next I'll put my panel into the MISTI and position that branch on top of my masking paper. This is much easier, and I apologize there for my head, to position it than to position over the white area. So that's why it's very useful to use your MISTI for this, as well to use kind of colorful sticky notes. So I'm going twice to have nice coverage, and then I'm stamping the vase. Again, I position that on top of my sticky note. I will pick it up with the lid of my MISTI, and then remove the mask and remove the remaining of that negative frame. And then again, using the Hero Arts Intense Black ink, I will stamp the vase a couple times. So here we're done, and let's make the second card. I'm repeating the same process. I'm using the rounded rectangles dies to create the mask, the negative and the positive, and I'll be using just the negative. So I'm just applying that over there, and don't mind that white chalk ink from Hero Arts. I don't even know why it's on my table. I didn't use it. So I'm covering the edges with post-it note, like the label, post-it label roll. And then I'll be using the different vase, the little shorter vase and the little bit smaller lantern plant branch. So I'm die cutting a couple of those. And I'll apply it on top of my masked area there. So for this one, I'll be I'll be doing it a little bit more colorful, not monochromatic. So I'm using the purple ombre ink. I'm using orange soda and I'm using rose madder. So I'll start from the bottom. On the bottom, I'll be applying the purple. I'm going with the darker hue, which is, I believe, grape jelly. Or grape juice, actually. I apologize. Next, I'll go with the orange soda in the middle. And here I'm using two different brushes because I don't want my colors to be contaminated because we're using different color families, purples, oranges, and pink. So I'm using different brushes. And then once I've applied that second color, I'm going back with the first color and kind of blending it in. And then I'm going with my last color on the top. I'm starting from the top, going towards the orange. And I'll do the same. I'll go back with the orange and kind of blend those edges there. So I'm still applying the pink. I want nice and vibrant colors. And then I'm going with the orange and kind of blending everything in. And again, applying some of the purple, some of the orange, until I'm satisfied with the results. So next, I'll just remove the sides, the post-it labels, and put my panel into my MISTI. Then again, I'll repeat the same process. I'll position my stamp on top of that post-it note because it's more colorful, and I'm able to see it much better. So I'm just removing those little pieces of the sticky note. I'm removing the frame half down, making sure that that branch will stamp completely. So I had a little bit of ink on the side there, so I used my Tombow scent eraser to remove that ink. And now I'm stamping that branch a couple times using the Hero Arts Intense Black ink, which is watercolor friendly as well as Copic friendly, or any other alcohol marker friendly. So we stamped that branch. Next, I'm going to the vase. Again, I'm repeating the same thing. I'm positioning the vase on top of the post-it note, picking up with the lid of the MISTI, removing the masks and the frame, and stamping that couple times. So what we'll do next is just color the images. And I'll kind of speed up this process and kind of cut towards the end so you're not bored. I'm not doing any kind of out of this world coloring. I'm just blending a couple colors very quickly and going with it. I'm using some YR18s like the 11 till 18 family, along with the E70 family and the YG90s. Next, I'm applying some shimmer pen onto the flowers. So next, I'll just trim my panels down to 4 by 5 1/4 inch. So here I'm just making sure that it's kind of, my mask was positioned straight. So it was a little bit off, so I used my T-ruler to kind of straighten up those panels and then cut them down to size. And I'm doing the same with the second one. So that white border around from the die cut kind of creates kind of that vase. It's kind of popped up onto the card on the panel, whereas it's just one layer. So next, to finish off the cards, I'll just stamp the sentiments. Just trying to figure out which sentiment I wanted to use. So for this one, I decided for best wishes. And I'll use the Hero Arts Intense Black ink to stamp that sentiment on both cards. On the other card, I'll actually use the Thankful sentiment. And then I'll just assemble my cards onto black note cards. So here is my second card. I first wanted to try Happy Autumn, but it didn't really work out, so I just did Thankful because it's kind of more generic. I can use it for more occasion than just Happy Autumn, and usually I don't really send Happy Autumn cards to anyone. So Thankful, it's more kind of useful, more purposeful, if that's even a word. So here are my black panels. I'm folding it in, scoring in half and then folding, kind of creasing that edge with my Teflon bone folder. And I'll use some fun foam to create even more dimension to adhere those white panels onto my black note cards. So I'm just using some Tombow liquid, not Tombow, but Nuvo liquid adhesive to adhere onto my note cards. So here is the finished cards, and you can see how those images kind of look like they're popping out on my panels. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to my blog as well to subscribe my YouTube channel for more ideas and inspiration. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye!